Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I created this look using some new techniques. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look and what the new techniques are, then please keep on watching. I will be using the Juvia's Place Zulu palette for this entire look, and I am going to be taking that yellow shade and working it into my crease. Here's where it gets interesting. I am not going to be setting my base, so I did go ahead and I applied concealer on my eyelid. Normally I would set that concealer with translucent powder, but I am not going to set it today, and I am going to go straight in with shadow. I've been really obsessed with Louise lately and all of her looks. She is bomb.com. So if you guys are not following her on Instagram, I'll make sure to leave her link down below. But basically her advice or technique is not to set your base, and that will really intensify the pigment on the shadows and really make your look just pop. It is a little difficult to go in with shadow and not set it, simply because you cannot manage the shadows the same way. You can't blend in circular motions just because the concealer is still really tacky. So what I went ahead and did, I basically just patted that shadow all over. I placed it where I wanted it to be, and then once I had enough shadow, then I was able to go in and blend. It's also really important that you're using the correct brushes. For that yellow shade, I did go in with the Sonia Keshik Fluffy brush. For that orange shade, I did go in with the Morphe R39. And for this pink shade, I am going in with another Morphe R39. If you're a beginner in makeup, I really suggest that you familiarize yourself with different brushes and what they do. Just because it's a little difficult to work with this technique. Next, I went ahead and I picked up a flat packing brush, and I took that purple shade and packed that shade all over my outer and inner corners, as well as throughout my crease. I'm making sure to pat that shadow on so I get the most color payoff. Like I mentioned earlier, once you have shadow on top of that concealer, it's so much easier to work with. So after I was done packing that purple shadow, I went back in with that pinkish shade, and then I just blended out that purple shadow. I went ahead and I applied some concealer on the center of my lid, and now I am going to be taking the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Twerk, and I'm packing that onto that outer and inner corners. I went in with Pool Party and I packed that shade all over my lid. This shade is so fucking beautiful. If you guys do not own this palette, this shadow alone is the reason why you need to pick this palette up. It's just so damn nice. Put some black eyeliner. This is by Morphe in the shade Jet, and I basically just created a wing. I then went in with the NYC liquid eyeliner to fill it in, and then just went ahead and I cleaned up the edges to make it nice and precise. I went in with the NYX white liquid eyeliner, and I popped that onto the center of my lid to really define that spotlight eye that we're going for. I then went into the Zulu palette and took that purple shade and dragged it on my lower lash line, as well as that same pink shade from the palette and that orange shade to really smoke it out. I applied mascara to my bottom lashes, and this is pretty much the final look. My final thoughts on this technique is, yes, it does work. Yes, it does intensify the shadows. Yes, it does make them pop. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot more vibrant, but if you're a beginner to makeup, I do not suggest that you try this technique, just because it is that much harder to blend out your shadows, and when you're a beginner in makeup, who the fuck wants to work double to get the same results? I'm really glad that I did try this technique out, because I realized that it is not for me. I'm still going to be setting my base with translucent powder, but I did want to share this with you guys. I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, as always, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, comment down below, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.